them all the time. What page? 384.
La 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 la.
Chag Sameach. And good Yontef and all those good things for Zman Simchatenu, this festival of immense joy. Do you feel joyful? Oh,
Yes.
so pleased. And more pizza has just arrived. Run, everybody run! Would CSG like some pizza? Would CSG like some vegetarian pizza? You'll get into trouble. So, friends, I'd love to invite Catherine and Michael, if you'd like to light our Yom Tov candles for us. We are on page 385. There's a special reading. Let us rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik neh shel Yom Tov.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen.
Amen.
And Chag Sameach to the two of you. Where's Cleo? Does he know there's more pizza? Yeah, go, just because he's little, he needs to eat. And you can hear the service from there. No,
You're not little.
we may be seated. And so, friends, we turn to page 389 for the reading for Sukkot. Tonight, let our shelters be strung with the finest fruits of creation, love, fertility, prosperity, wisdom. Let us promise to feed the hungry. Let our harvest bring peace. Let us rise for the Chatzi Kaddish on page 392.
יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה, ואלמן יברח יבוצע וימק מלכותיה, וחיה חונוך יומך, ובאי לכל בית ישראל. פגלה, פגלה, ובזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולם.
On page 397. 7. I don't have my glasses on. Down the bottom, thank you. The colors of early evening sky blend and deepen, allowing new lights to be seen. Twinkling through the branches, the promise that in darkness, new light will be revealed.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadata, Al kain Adonai, Eloheinu b'shorbeinu, ufkumeinu nasiya b'chokecha, v'nisma b'divei toratacha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam ba'ed, ki hem chayenu, ואורח ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה. ואהבת רע אל תסיר, ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
We may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננת לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וכשאתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 405. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird which cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Our song of freedom, Micha Mocha, on page 406.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נוח התהילות אוסף מלכותך, ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, צאלי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וכלום יתחזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גואל ישראל. Amen.
On the facing page. לכל זמן ועת לכל חפץ תחת השמיים. A season is set for everything, a time for every experience under heaven. Hashkivenu on the next page.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעץ הטובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדנו והסר מעלינו אויב, דבר, וחרב, ורעב, ויגון. והרחק ממנו ועוון ופשע, ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצילנו אתה, כי אל חנון ורחום אתה, ושמור צאתנו בואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם.
ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
We continue on page 410. ידבר משה את מועדי אדוני אל בני ישראל. And then we continue. So after, well, it's not Nova Shamar,
No, yeah,
it's
it's
not
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
The Amidah.
It's the Amidah on page
468.
468. Let us rise. And of course, there will be the special festival insertions in the Amidah. As we go along.
Adonai sefatat etzah ufiagit elatecha. Adonai sefatat etzah ufiagit elatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei
Your might, O God, renews the earth. With the dew of light and blessing, let the earth be illumined and blessed. With the dew of joy and delight, let the earth rejoice and sing out. With the dew of life and well-being, let the earth be revived and improved.
With the dew of redemption, let the earth be redeemed.
לברכה ולא לקללה, לחיים ולא למוות, לשובע ולא לרזון.
For blessing and not for curse, for life and not death, for abundance, not want.
אתה הקדוש ושמך הקדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה
Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
On page 478. אתה וחתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות. וקידשתנו במצוותיך וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך. בשמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת. ותיתן אדוני אלוהינו בעבר מועדים לשמחה את יום חג הסוכות הזה, זמן שמחתנו מקרה קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us close in your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. In your love, eternal our God, you have given us feasts of gladness and seasons of joy, this Sukkot season of our rejoicing, to unite in worship and recall the exodus from Egypt. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו יעלה ויבוא ויזכר זיכרוננו וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך לטובה ולחן ולחסד ולרחמים ולחיים ולשלום ביום חג הסוכות הזה. זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה.
Amen.
זכותנו בו לברכה.
Amen.
ושנו בו לחיים.
Amen.
We're going to continue quietly with the prayers of our hearts, coming together for Oseh Shalom on page 492. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו, אמרו, אמן. יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 יאללה, לי, 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 עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו, אמרו, amen.
May God bring peace to the entire world, and let us say,
Amen.
Amen. So this year I've been thinking a little bit more about the Sukkah and the nature of the Sukkah. But rather than me just telling you what I think, which I want to do when it comes to a drash, I wanted to ask you, when you look at a Sukkah, it's got the 3 walls. As you look up, you see the stars, you see the skach, beautiful skach. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you to everybody who helped build it last Sunday. It was a bit challenging for all the engineers in the room. On the outside, I shouldn't say in the room. What do you see? What do you see when you see a sukkah?
A home,
You see a home.
temporary home for special purpose.
But do you ever live in it?
Well, not nowadays, but I would. If I had one in my backyard, I'd spend some time in it, yeah. It's traditional.
But would have you slept in it?
Sorry.
Would have you slept in it? Not in this weather.
Not
But,
in this
but
weather. If the weather was fine, I'd be quite happy to sleep in it.
okay, so you see a home.
Just for the little time.
Okay, so Bernie, you see a home. Someone else? All right, so the standard answer: temporary shelter. It's a miracle it's still standing. Okay. You see the flimsiness of it. Okay. The work of many hands to put up this flimsy structure. Judith? There's a sense of optimism that there's going to be yummy food and you're all going to fit in, but inevitably, indubitably, it's going to rain. It always rains. Generations of decorations. You saw us pulling out some of the old ones. I heard people today say, oh, it was you, Moshe. Not that you're so old, but when I was in TDRS, we used to make these paper chains. And you used to hang fruit. Well, that's not so environmentally conscious to hang fruit, because fruit goes bad. And that's seen as wasteful today. Oh, yeah. What else what do we see? What do we see when let's think a little bit more deeper. So we've been on the basic level, the Peshat level.
I see a bit of a connection between our effort and Adonai and his creation. So you see the man-made structure that didn't even see the
between man and God, between us and God. Okay?
Place for sharing.
Place for sharing.
I'm not a great entertainer. You don't often get an invite round to my house because I'm so self-conscious about my average cooking ability. But when I get my sukkah up,
Golden ravioli.
I'm going around asking all manner of people to come in because I just want to share it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we decorated it and everything, and we swear it won't fall over this year.
So this year yours won't fall over. So it gives you the opportunity to say, come into our home.
And you don't have to worry about the mess because that's hidden inside.
So our mess is inside, so come to our sukkah. That's not the deeper meaning. There's going to be words in the car afterwards, Aldwin.
There's also what you said earlier about shaping the ruler, that it connects us to our roots, our tradition, our history. So the sukkah does that as well. It connects us to the history of it.
Yeah. Connection to history. Our nomadic ancestors. Well, apparently they were only nomadic for 40 years, so I don't know if I was right in calling them nomadic ancestors.
It was semi-nomadic even after that.
Semi-nomadic? Okay, let's not go too deep into that.
Sorry?
Let's not go too deep into that.
I think safety, there's lots of places in the world right now where a lot of Jews don't feel safe to have
Yeah,
those sort of outward displays, and yet, despite all the stuff that's happening in Perth right now, the fact that we can still have this place of Judaism like that, it shows, unfortunately, there are some places also at the moment.
yeah. Where we don't have safe, there's a lot of places where we
I
might.
think while it's a sanctuary, it has a sense of opening, so we can invite God in, and it's a place of spiritual meditation and connecting with God and connecting with the land and the harvest and what's going on around us. And it's sort of like stepping away from the hustle and bustle of the world and having that quiet, very spiritual connection with God and reflecting on things spiritual, and because it has an opening, it doesn't block him or her, it doesn't block God out. It allows that openness for the joining of our spirit and God's spirit, and spending that time, quiet time, in meditation and connection very closely, having a very spiritual connection with God.
That connection with God, that inviting God in, spiritualities, meditation.
Yeah, I think God is there all the time, and sometimes
We don't stop.
We block God out because we're
Absolutely.
doing all the other things that we do in our everyday life. And we need to take that time where we can step away from the
Yeah.
world, and the Sukkot is a great little place to go, and you can have that direct contact and spiritual contact with God.
Absolutely. And I think, yep, sorry, Heather.
It makes me think two things. One, just about how temporary all the things and places are, especially me being kind of far away from the other side of the world from where I'm from. But the other thing it makes me think of is once when I was in Sweden, during the time of Sukkot, I was walking near a synagogue, and they were guarding it with machine guns, you know, and I just went away because I was quickly interrogated for walking by.
Yeah.
And just the idea that it's open, and this was years ago,
Yeah?
you know, this wasn't even recently. And just walking by the sukkah and that it's open to just walk in and walk out. And a really beautiful movie that I saw about Sukkot in Jerusalem, it showed like streets and streets full of sukkah. And I think about how it's like a hope of peace, and what a wonderful idea that you can have open tents
Mm-hmm.
like that and not worry of anybody creeping in them or stealing from them, or just to eat in peace with people.
Yeah. One of the strongest images I have are the burnt Sukkot from October 7th. Because remember, it happened, Simchat Torah is just as Sukkot ends. And so I still have some of those strong images. And so for me this year, building a sukkah and building this sukkah in a sense, is a symbol of we are here, we have survived. And to me, it's even though it's such a fragile structure, it's a symbol of defiance. I'm not sure if that's how, people of the Negev feel about it. If they've built in their building of a sukkah this year, if that's how they see it or not. But to me, when I see building the sukkah on Sunday, I did more watching than building. But that for me, when I see the Sukkot and thinking about sukkah, it's such a fragile structure that it's, to me, when I see it, I see, you know what? To me, it's, a year later to build a sukkah for everything that is going on in Israel, for all the anti-Semitism in the world. It's another symbol of we're here, even in our fragility at times, in our strength at times, we can still build a sukkah. And for me, that is so very important. So that we can do everything that you have said, invite friends in, have that spiritual time with our family and friends, that time with God, for all of that reason. And I hope that, if you don't have a sukkah at home, most people don't, that we have that opportunity to use this sukkah that is here. Sue's off this week. If you want to use the sukkah, I think pretty much everybody is able to get in touch with me. Just let me know. And I'll make sure the building is open for everybody to come in and you can come in and have a meal, bring a couple of people with you. And, bring a sandwich, bring a friend, and come in. Chag Sameach. We're going to rise now for Aleinu on page 586. Moshe, do you want to come up and open our ark for us? 586. Same year as the destruction of the temple. BC. That'll help some people remember.
עלינו לשמר נתון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצא את הארץ, ומשך ידו בשמיים עליו, ושרינת עוזו בכופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחררים ומודים לפני מלך הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והויה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
We turn to the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. We announce the passing of one of our longtime members, Robert Raymond, husband of Rose, and part of Shiva is Morris Westerhouse. For the Shloshim, we remember Avi Wilner and Leonard Goldstein, brother of Sandy Abrams, and Hazel Kitte is part of the Shloshim. The Yardzites, the anniversaries of whose death fall this week, and this week of Sukkot, we remembered Ruth Avisar, aunt of Terry Boyd, Ernst Hoffman, uncle of Ray Findley, Nell Schneider, mother of Judith Schneider, Amelia Sever, friend of Temple David, Jackie Samuel, daughter of Joy Rourke, and sister of Joanne Samuel Dawson, Patricia Nault, grandmother of Amanda Mace, Julia Williams, sister of Bernie Williams, and Leah Maisel, grandmother of Judith Arkwright. For Joy and Bernie and Judith, would any of you like to share anything? And of course, we will be announcing their names again on Shabbat.
I'm waiting till Shabbat.
Okay. If anybody else would like to mention the name of a loved one, for Shiva, for Shloshim, or for Yardzeit, I invite you to share their names out loud or in your heart at this time. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together with Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach hirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon of Yom Echon, v'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'merur.
Amen.
Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach L'olam Olamei Almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei D'Kudashah B'richu, Ne'elam min kol brachata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yalma v'merur.
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imur. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imur. Amen. Hamakom yinachem echem b'tok sha'ar hevlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May the source of peace send peace to you who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved in Zion and Jerusalem and around the world. And we say, Amen. Just a couple of announcements before our final song. I hope you all received Ma Chadash. It had everything in for the next 2 weeks. If I have the opportunity, I might send another one early next week. But since it's just me at the moment, you may not get. Wanted to make sure all the calendar items were in there. The main thing is services tomorrow at 10:30 and then weekend services as per normal, but they are Sukkot Shabbat services over the weekend. And then, of course, Sukkot Simchat Torah services. And you've heard me mention all about the community Simchat Torah activities, so please come along to that. The momentum is definitely gaining for the Never Again Is Now rally on the 27th at 1:30 to gather and then 2:30 to march. Even my dad, who's a couch potato, who loves to watch his motor racing and rugby, that's about all he seems to do besides take care of my daughter and my mother, which is no big deal, said he's going to go with his kippah. Now that's a big deal for him to say something like that, because usually he's telling me not to go to rallies and not to go with my daughter. So the fact that he's going to go to this is a big deal. There's going to be a massive contingent there of amazing supporters like Heinrich and Bridges for Peace will be there, as well as other groups. I know like friends from Dinella Shul who will be managing a table for t-shirts and buttons and all of that. So I think it's going to be big, and I do encourage, if you are able, it's going to be on the steps of Parliament House. You have, I think you register, don't you, to go? You register, it's in It's in Mahadash, but I've put the link is pretty low down. It's all over Facebook as well, all the Jewish groups in Facebook, it's everywhere. So I encourage everybody to, if you're able, please come along. Also, the Saiwa is trying to juggle my time, not for any other reason. At 7:30, I think it's 7:30, I hope I got the time right in Mahadash, Sunday morning, I, along with Clive and Pharrell and Rabbi Dan, should be presenting the check on behalf of the Jewish community, which will be over $10,000 on telethon, which was Clive's idea after he was at a Never Again Is Now event, to say so that we could have an impact rather than just small donations on the day of telethon, like having the Jewish community funds go into one kuppah, filtered into one area. So on behalf of the Jewish community, here's a check. Obviously, other major Jewish donors give in big ways to telethon, but this is so that all of our smaller donations of $18 or $100 or $5 get pooled. So our impact is felt by telethon in a different way. So I will be up super early. Anybody want to look after Noah?
Brenda says she wants to.
I just feel bad asking my dad again. We'll talk. That was the big sigh at the beginning of this. So if you happen to switch on channel 7, look out for us, because I think it's a nice way for us to... We can't stand and say we're doing this because we want to look good for the Jewish people. But that's ultimately why we are doing it. It's just because we want to help the kids. That's why we are. Anyway, our final song.
Hevenu Shalom Alechem on page 644.
Oh, by the way, Kiddush is going to be in Sukkah.
Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom Alechem, Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem.
Chag Sameach, everybody.
Sameach.
Let's go into the sukkah. We'll do kiddush and motzi, and if anybody's hungry, we can throw some pizzas in the air fryer.